Welcome back to another episode of Extreme. My name is Zach.
My name is Joey.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a podcast where we dig deep on your favorite video games. Also, Adam's here.
I forgot I was on the podcast.
He didn't introduce himself in time. I don't know why he did. He just was dazed off thinking about all the baby crying sound effects he can make with his new toy.
I was just waiting for my train to get in.
An actual human baby that he can just poke repeatedly to make cry.
You better believe it.
Wow. I can't.
There's so much I can do with
myself a soundboard.
I can press buttons. It's a pretty good one.
Oh my god.
Paul is just gonna mute all that and put in his own sounds.
Fucking hope he does it.
Stop trying to replace Paul with automation. God damn it. Paul, what do you have to think about Adam trying to replace
AI's taking over, Paul.
Oh my god, he just muted you for the entire beginning of this podcast. I can't believe it.
Welcome, Adam.
It's
How do
pretty
you know
harsh.
that this isn't Paul? Maybe they just took his personality and put him into a soundboard.
It's true. His picture on the website is just a sound wave.
Paul is just an entity that resolves in all of us.
Yes.
Speaking of entities that are in all of us, let's talk about the game that we're going to talk about today.
Wait, let me find my...
So we're starting off...
It's saying, come on.
Oh,
Stop it, Paul. We're
I'm
going.
gonna punch you through...
Paul. Okay, we're going.
Oh my god, we turned into a fucking morning radio show. Alright, we're talking about the game that we're going to be doing for the next few weeks now. So, we actually got our shit together and decided on a game. A game that we've actually haven't played for a long time. It came out in October of 2010, and I think I played it around then, and then just forgot about it for 9 years. But it's so good, I don't know why I forgot about it.
Why haven't we done this before?
You know why?
I don't know.
I remembered it. It was at that point when I was kind of homeless and sleeping on your couch, Zach. And I think you were playing this game at the time.
I think I was there.
Probably.
Maybe that's why you blocked it out of your memory.
I mean, I block out most interactions with you, so it's just like a defense mechanism for my own sanity.
Fair.
Oh, great.
Speaking of sanity, this game has absolutely none of it. It's called Comic Jumper: The Adventures of Captain Smiley.
Yeah.
And if you have no idea what that game is, the name of it is completely non-adjacent to what you're actually about to experience.
There is comic jumping.
There is comic jumping, and that's
There's
about
some smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, by virtue of him being a sentient smiley face, then sure.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
So this was, as I said, released 2010 on the Xbox Arcade only. So it was only a digital download. So if you didn't buy it then you actually have no recourse to buy it anymore.
Wow.
So it's almost like a collector's item of digital games. Created by a company that I'm kind of sad doesn't make really good games anymore. Twisted Pixel.
That's a shame.
I really liked them. They started in 2009 with a game I think called The Maw, which was a game where you have this giant blob that needs to eat things to get bigger. It's kind of like those fish tank games where you're like a small fish who eats big fish to get bigger.
Classic.
It's like that, except if you replace the fish with the giant sentient blob monster.
Nice.
So they started off strong, and this is one of the games that they were in their heyday of doing good shit. I looked it up, actually. You know what they're doing now? They're making games for the fucking Oculus.
Oh,
yeah?
But they had a 4-year break of just making absolutely nothing.
Maybe they were just working on that and trying to make money while doing that by making shitty games.
I don't know, because I never even heard of any of these games until I looked them up on Wikipedia right now. It's just so sad. They were making such good games with such personality, and I mean, let's talk about this game because it's got so much fucking personality. It's exploding out of the game.
Yeah. Just left and right.
Especially with some of our villains and the heroes. So, let's talk a little bit about the game itself. The intro kind of just takes you straight in there, right into the action.
Yeah.
You're in one of the editions of the titular Captain Smiley. And this game already just goes off the rails with its dialogue. It starts off kind of stereotypically comic booky, with like the setup where it's like, oh no, the villain's trying to rob the bank, and you gotta go save the bank, and oh no, there's a hostage, and it's a hostage that we care about. I don't know if that came across in air quotes.
That's a great description.
Yeah, I got it. I felt it.
But yeah, I think stylistically it just hits you right in the face with what it wants to be right off the bat.
Yeah, and it's funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I'd watch this as a show.
This feels like it was been the great setup for a show.
Arthur, specifically.
It looks like they had a lot of fun making it though, because all the I'm pretty sure like all the producers and shit, they're in it as like cameos.
Oh yeah,
like all the developers. Yeah,
totally.
Like I think one of the key styles that defined Twisted Pixel was their blending of game and like reality.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was cool.
Like they had a really good way of like combining that in a natural way that seemed to make sense for the most part in terms of the game. So like specifically in this one, it's in a comic book, but I mean it's a comic book. In real life, it's still just a comic book.
What's a comic book, Zach?
I don't know. What's a comic book with you?
What?
That
was when you were supposed to use the soundboard.
I know, we just did it.
It's just a shitty sound.
That was just
don't shit on my sounds. What the fuck?
Paul, do a better sound effect than Adam. I know you're way better at this than him.
But that sound effect
It's funny because he did nothing. All right, let's keep going because this game, there's so much to fucking talk about.
Yeah, like the gig is trumped. Did anyone?
The gig is trumped.
Did anyone catch that one?
The gig is trumped. No, the gig is up. No, I'm pretty sure it's trumped. Oh my god. Was that a reference to something in particular? Because I don't know if it was.
I don't think so. I think it just happened to be relevant.
Wow, man, this is a timeless game.
I mean, it's so timeless. You could just play this game any time of year, even in the 1840s, and you could still find things that would be relevant.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, moving pictures on a screen.
The witchcraft! Send him off to be burned! But oh my god, this game just exudes so much passion. You're absolutely right, Adam. They put their entire selves into the game, literally and metaphorically.
Yo, for sure.
But as they're like explaining the plot in the beginning, you see they chose to make it like comic panels.
Yeah.
With actual like comic style dialogue that pops up.
Yeah.
And even like the sound effects off in the distance. This game is so great, and the voice acting. Honestly, usually that's usually a downfall for games like this.
I also like
holy shit.
Yeah.
What?
I also like that the dialogue is not just like it's actual dialogue and not just text in your face like the last game we played.
Gunvolt.
Yeah.
Yes, it's actually like
I missed that though.
Dialogue spoken that's not impeding your visual playthrough of the game.
And it's not important either, it's just funny.
Oh yeah, they're just quipping and making fun of each other and shitting on each other the entire time.
Yeah.
So, we talked about the premise a little bit of this. No, we didn't. We just talked about the intro. Holy shit, it's been 10 minutes. We haven't talked about anything related to the game. I'm getting lost in thoughts.
We didn't say shit.
It was like a prologue.
Quick, let's take a quick break, recapture our thoughts, and listen to one of our hopefully coherent sponsors today.
All right.
I hope it's not the zoo again.
Chungus Cream!
Chungus Cream!
Chungus Cream.
Brought to you by that one zoo that always sponsors us. Man, that Chungus Cream is it's getting pretty aggressive.
I mean, they've really lost a lot of market share recently, so they're just trying anything that works.
Yeah, like being on podcasts that talk about video games.
Talk about is a broad term. Also, video game is a broad term.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
We do a lot of Chungus Cream talking, though.
Speaking of Chungus Cream, I bet Captain Smiley would love Chungus Cream.
Yeah.
It's really good to rub on your muscles.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your smiley face.
But I think definitely a big thing that would he'd really like about it is the tone of Chungus Cream comparatively to his. Because he comes off like a huge dick. Mainly because of the line delivery, and I mean, Chungus Cream's advertisements came off like a bit of a dickish move, so I felt like there was kind of a synergy there.
He's a dick.
I think this is why you actually like this game, Zach.
I mean...
Because you're a dick.
I mean, you're not
We're all dicks.
wrong. We're all dicks in a certain way. Thank you, Joey. Yeah. So, speaking of us being dicks, and actually moving forward with talking about this game, because it's 12 minutes in and I have shit to do today... The villain's motivation in this intro is just ridiculous, but at the same time, oddly relatable. Like he's an idiot. Clearly, he's meant to be an idiot, but
he's like, you kind of just want to give him a hug, and tell him everything's gonna be okay. But
even his motivation for being evil in this moment is like, actually, you know what? You have a point.
Yeah, Captain Smiley says that even. It's funny.
Yeah, he acknowledges it, so his evil plot to blow up the bank is all brought on because he signed up with this bank and got hit with, so many hidden fees that they just never told him up front about.
Fee!
Oh my god, and the dialogue is just great, too. Again, it just really shows the dynamic between the hero and the villains, where it's just, so cordial, almost. They just, are, doing a job.
They have so much chemistry.
It's remember the old Looney Tunes cartoons, where there was,
of course.
The coyote and the sheepdog?
Yeah?
Where it was, I forgot, it was, Ralph and, something?
I don't know.
Their job, the coyote, Wile E. Coyote, his brother or something, his job was to, try and grab sheep, but the sheepdog's job was to protect the sheep. But then, they would just clock out at the end of the episode and be like, hey, Ralph, how you doing? Doing good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right. Just part of the job, yeah.
It's just, it's part of their job. His job is to be a villain. His job is to be a hero.
Exactly.
I don't think they actually have, animosity towards each other. It's just okay, later.
Yeah. That's actually,
revealing Looney Tunes?
the point of the game.
Yeah, that was in Looney Tunes, and that is kind of the point of the game.
Yeah.
But holy shit. Okay, let's talk about the actual gameplay of this game.
Yeah.
Because it's all over the place.
Which is cool.
It is cool.
Oh, it's
It
amazing.
keeps you on your toes. So it starts off here with a 2D beat 'em up. Kind of similar to Final Fight or Double Dragon or something like that, where you're moving on a two-dimensional plane and you kind of need to just punch these enemies and knock them out of your way. Pretty standard beat 'em up shit, which honestly would be pretty forgettable if not, again, for the personality and the small little details put into the fights themselves. So, when you knock one of the henchmen out of the way, it doesn't just, fall over and, fade away. You, majestically, punch them out windows or bash them against paintings or,
It's very graphic.
It's very cool. It makes it, again, the personality just really comes out there. It makes it feel like you're in a superhero comic, like beating the bad guys and their hench people.
Yeah. They do a good job with that.
Yeah. But the thing is, if they didn't have that personality, this might get a little boring.
That's fair.
Because the actual gameplay consists of, you have combo punches, you have a stun punch, and you have like a area of effect pushback thing. It's all very standard stuff that you've seen in a lot of beat 'em ups, but it's really just their personality on top of it makes it more fun.
Right. The game isn't necessarily about the gameplay. It's just the whole thing.
Yeah, it's really about the whole package.
It's a work of art.
The interactive comic book
Exactly.
aspect.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I think it's pretty satisfying just to have the personality on top that makes it more engaging. And at the same time, they don't stick to a gameplay style long enough for you to get upset with it.
Right.
That's
good too.
Yeah, they always like flip things
like
around.
that's the thing. The main style that they really focus on for most of it is this like platforming 2D. Okay, it's so complicated. It's like a 2D platforming, side-scrolling, twin-stick shooter. It's so many things. It's
kind of like one of those old school arcade games.
Yeah, it's oh my god, it's like Contra-ish, but Contra didn't have beat 'em up elements in it.
Right.
Like, it's crazy. It's so many things, but it's done so well. And also just the dynamic between the main character and his sidekick. So,
the star.
Yeah. So, Captain Smiley, our titular character and hero, has his sidekick called Star, who is literally just the star emblem on his chest that is alive.
And is the real dick in this game.
Oh my god, but he's so funny. So many fucking good quips.
He's the best. Also,
that Superfly muscle pumper. You ever seen a Superfly muscle pumper as bad as this Brad?
It's Brad. It's Brad. It's Brad. It's Brad. It's Brad.
What's up, losers?
Brad.
Cut.
Yeah, whatever.
Brad. Hey, welcome, Brad. I don't know where Zach went, but I'm sure you guys would get along because you're both dicks.
We love you, Brad.
Yeah, whatever, babe.
It's Brad.
Yo, you guys are just being a bunch of dills, so I'm gonna go off and get me some chos.
Brad. Question time. Here's the interview. This is the interview portion of the show. I don't know if you realize that.
Who are you?
We're now interviewing. We're now interviewing characters.
Who are you interviewing?
Brad.
Brad.
You.
Brad ran. Brad left.
Oh.
Brad took the Brad train out of here.
yeah, keep up at him.
He just left. He ran
You
away.
took the Brad train?
Yeah. Don't you hear it in the distance?
Yeah, it's really close. He must have hopped on the 4-5. But I had so many questions. I mean, what does the B stand for? What's the R? I know there's an A in his name. What's that for? There's a D. You know? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, Brad left, like, on the Brad train. You heard it off in the distance, right?
I did. That was,
He just came and took over the mic for, like, a minute and told me, like, if, back out of the way,
back on the
nerd.
train.
And I was just like, well, I can't deny that, so his logic was flawless, so I let him sit down.
Yeah. Brad is the coolest, man.
Oh my god, I love Brad. I wish he'd come back.
Anybody with a theme song like that.
Oh my god. To be fair, that theme song is just fantastic. If I walked into a place and had a theme song about how awesome I was at all times, first off, everyone would love me and it would be amazing. That's it.
First off.
That's it. Only thing. First off, only thing.
Yeah. And
It is possible. You just have to bring Joey with you.
I mean,
that's true. I could make that happen.
It's Zach. It's Zach. It's Zach. It's Zach.
I love it. That was a good first attempt. But seriously, the introduction of our anti-hero Brad, as he called himself an anti-hero, is just great. It's such a good introduction to the character's like just general personality and relationship to Smiley and Star.
Yeah. So
Star
good.
just fucking loves him. It's fantastic how much he loves him. He's like, hey, hey, Brad, what's going on,
Hey,
dude?
Yeah. You want to hang out later?
You want to go get some nachos? Oh, it's so great. And then you actually just keep on going here through the gameplay where we talked about it before, where it's that 2D twin stick shooter style Contra gameplay. Honestly, it's very hard.
It doesn't look easy at all.
Like the game doesn't pull any punches, and this is like the intro stage.
I know.
So,
can you die in the intro stage? Yeah, I think so.
yeah, I did. Yeah, there's so much
it's
shit.
not Mega Man, you know? Yeah.
No, he's sending all of his Brad bots after you, which are all just, by the way, just like ladies meant to look like bimbos, I guess.
Yeah.
And they're all
Brad
like
bots.
female robots. They're not actual. They're robots.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of weird.
Fembots.
You know, his main villain he's beating up hench people who are just female robots. Probably not great for his readership.
as he so well
As he so
puts
brutally puts at the
there.
end of the yeah, which is not wrong. But yeah, the gameplay actually starts off hard and just gets harder as it goes on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's insane. Like they throw so much shit at you. You really just need to be on the ball. There's some kind of conveyance that leads up to a dynamic difficulty shift. But like the difficulty shift is like if you anchored it on hard and then you shift it up from hard.
Just hard right away.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no like baby mode ease into this.
Yeah.
Did
This
you
game
say
is
baby
rated-
mode?
No.
It's that.
Come on.
You couldn't see it, viewers, but
Come on,
I'm giving
come on.
Adam a very disapproving glare.
This thing only has two noises, okay? You get the baby or you get the train. Choose one or the other, alright?
You need to put you need to put the Brad theme on there so that we can summon him whenever we want.
Yeah.
That's the Brad backing song.
Oh, that's the back. Yeah.
The Brad King.
My bad.
The Brad King
My
song.
me. My Brad. My Brad.
God damn it, I laughed at that much more than I thought I would.
Yeah. I approved that
was
one.
good.
No. Okay.
So yeah, it's about halfway into this intro stage, though, it switches again the gameplay style very quickly and abruptly to QuickTime events.
Yes.
There's not a huge penalty for missing QuickTime events. You just lose some health. But again, this gameplay just keeps switching. It started off, again, 2D brawler. Next one, twin stick Contra style shooter. Now, QuickTime events. It's all over the place.
There's no break.
No, it just doesn't give you a chance to catch up.
Constant action.
And then, like, it's gonna just change again, I bet, like, at some point later.
Yeah.
But this game, it's, like, all over the place. It's not a bad thing, per se, because it switches so frequently that you can't get bored of it. And
keeps you on your toes.
it keeps you on your toes. So the difficulty plus the constant changes in gameplay plus the personality really make this game something special.
Yeah.
Also, at a point, again, we're just like snowboarding on like a woman
A roof. Yeah.
on like a rooftop, and then we like hurl her through a window.
I feel like not many ladies worked on this game.
What gave you that impression? Is it the fact that the engine they built this on is called the Beard Engine?
Well,
which was their proprietary in-house in-game engine?
It might be. That might be it.
Yeah.
But eventually you end up...
best day of my life.
To be fair, he was really enjoying that part.
Yeah.
As you actually make it through here, you actually do end up fighting the indomitable Brad. I was trying to think of a good adjective.
Bad. Brad the bad.
The baddest motherfucker.
Brad.
The bodacious Brad.
So Brad.
Yeah, I think that's what the B stands for.
I think you're right.
I think it's bodacious.
But you're right. His theme song even kicks in during the fight, which is, again, just so perfect. And it stops when he leaves, and it comes back when he comes back on screen. It's so perfect. It's like,
hold on now. I wrote a poem for this exact occasion.
Can we hear it?
Yeah, Joey, give me a little background.
What is the vibe of this poem?
Brad is the vibe.
It's a Brad vibe.
It's a Brad vibe. B is for the bodaciousness that Bradley brings to this beat.
Ooh.
R is for the ridiculous radicalness I'm about to release. A is for the absolute awesomest anti-hero alive. D, dang sure for deliciousness, cause I'm a delectable guy. So, B-R-A-D, B-R-A-D, cause he's Brad to the bone.
That was delicious. I loved it.
Oh, man, you guys don't have to clap.
I actually have to
No,
go.
come on, stop clapping, guys.
Well, I actually have to go change my pants. That did a little bit too much for me.
Seriously, stop clapping.
I mean, being in Brad's
I
presence
can't.
for that long it's too much. I have to go change pants quickly.
Yeah.
Is he coming back?
I don't
is
know,
the Brad
but-
train coming back?
The Brad train
what's
is
the
not
Brad
coming.
train? I don't know. I hear the Brad train. I guess he didn't come back, but okay.
This summer, see Zach Witter as you've never seen him before.
Get down, everybody!
When French-Canadian terrorist minds conspire to blow up Toronto's largest clown bondage festival, it's up to one retired horny harlequin to stop them. Come on, Zach, you gotta get out of retirement.
No, I can't. Not after what they did to Teresa.
It was a balloon accident gone wrong. It wasn't your fault.
But the dream was.
It's too late for that now. They got little Joey.
Little Joey, no!
Ho ho ho. Tell us everything you know, Joey Pearson. Never. Oh ho ho. Oh. Ho ho ho. Oh. 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 Oh.
Get your weird white gloves off of him.
Now it's time for this jester to get justice.
Yeah, you like that?
Zach Witter is the dude in the clown cup porno.
And we're back.
Yes.
That sounds like a really good movie that's gonna come out, Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really kind of seemed like the trailer petered out there in the end, but all right.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it petered out. No, I think it started strong and it ended pretty strong, Zach.
It atomed out real hard.
Whoa. Oh.
Hey, we're not making that into a verb.
I mean, thank you. The theme song kicks in at the appropriate times. All right, actually, hold on. I have to stop
All
recording.
right.
We got a very special song for you today. You ready? Who's that superfly muscle pumper? It's Brad. Never seen a superfly muscle pumper as bad as this Brad. Who's that superfly muscle pumper? Oh, it's Brad. Is it Brad, Joey? Yeah.
Yeah.
You never seen the superfly muscle pumper as bad as this Brad. It's Brad. It's Brad. 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 B is for the bodaciousness that Bradley brings to this B. R is for the ridiculous radicalness I'm about to release. A is for the absolute awesomeness, anti-hero life. I think that's Brad, Joe. It's Brad. D is for dang sure the deliciousness, cause I'm a delectable guy. Oh, it's Brad. It's Brad. 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 B, bodacious. R, radical. A, so awesome. D, delicious. B, bodacious. R, radical. A, awesome. D, delicious. He's Brad. Brad. He's Brad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should we just leave this in here and not tell Zach?
Yeah, fuck Zach. He's never gonna listen to this anyways. If I know him.
I'm still recording, by the way.
Yeah, I'm recording too.
Okay.
I don't pause my recorder.
Hey guys.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey everyone. It's Adam and Joey here. Take it over the podcast. Yeah. It's all the train and baby noises you want. Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
Do you know how much this thing was, and I only get 2 noises with it?
$1 jillion. Like
$1 jillion Canadian dollars, so that comes out to like, I don't know, 300 American. If you translate that rate, yeah.
Zach's back.
Okay, I'm back.
Cool.
Did I miss anything?
No, nothing at all.
Okay,
No.
great. Fantastic.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, so let's talk about Brad then.
Here. Let's do it.
Again? I mean, for the first time? Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about Brad. So he's
He's Brad to
he's
the bone.
very Brad to the bone. He has his Brad missile barrage, his Brad soul barrage. He has his Brad bots that come in and try and Brad you down with their Bradness. And then he's
Brad.
And then he's got his super Brad missiles that blow up the Brad AC units on the Brad building.
That's rad.
I think that's pretty Bradical. I'll see myself out.
Okay. Again?
I have to take myself outside multiple times during the recording of this cast. But the fight is actually fairly straightforward. Not super hard. The missile attack, you just kind of need to dodge around and homes in on your position. The Brad bots are the same as what you've been dealing with before, and the super missiles, it literally tells you exactly what you need to do to dodge it.
Yeah.
So yeah. For a first boss fight, pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And
what's the boss name?
The boss's name was Franklin, I think. Yeah, maybe it's Franklin.
Hey, it's Franklin.
Franklin.
But the thing is, even after this boss, the game is still not done.
I know.
Or sorry, this first stage
It's
is still
so
not
long.
done. It's so
The
long.
stage, yeah.
You mean it's not over after the first
Surprisingly.
boss?
But
Shit. That's revolutionary.
I don't know if you've been
Zach.
paying attention again. The personality just kind of shines through again in the background design elements. Have you guys been looking at the posters that they put up on the background?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I saw the like one of the billboards that like laser backgrounds
oh
for
my
school
god,
photos
that was
is
the
abuse.
best one. I wrote that down. Laser background school pictures are child abuse. Give your kids a chance.
I really like that.
Wow.
It's so good that they actually had the characters in-game comment on it. It's so
Yeah,
goddamn
really
funny. I'm pretty sure because I think
wonder
there's
whose
at
picture
least
that
one
was.
school picture of me with the laser background.
Oh, of course. Oh, I definitely have. I have that one, and I have bleached blonde
Whoa.
hair. For those
Perfect.
of you listening,
That's perfect.
I'm not a natural
You Guy
blonde.
Fieri'd your own hair?
I'm not. Oh yeah, just the tip.
That is so
Just-
1998.
Oh my god, that's like that's like early JT like in sync stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Lance Bass.
and I had a
Lance Bass,
I had
there
an
you go.
earring too.
Oh my god. Okay, but then as you keep going through this stage, you end up actually in one of those like you can't move forward till you beat all the enemy zones.
Can't move far to be all enemy sounds.
The enemy zones. Yeah, that's a good one.
That should have a jingle too, because that
It's good
comes
take.
up almost all the goddamn time.
Can't move forward through
It sounds like
lyric.
It sounds like it should be
line.
like a cereal. Can't move forward till you
Can't
beat
move
all
forward
enemies.
all the enemies zones.
Destroy all enemy zone cereal. Crush them underneath your heel and enjoy these delicious marshmallowy treats.
You can't move
That's perfect
far to
timing.
beat all enemy sounds.
Enemy zones.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Enemy Zones.
But then basically the stage kind of ends after that point with basically you tackle Winklemeyer off a building, and then again the gameplay style switches one more time to kind of a like target practice kind of mode.
Right.
Where you can move left and right, and you need to just shoot the Brad bots that are falling to chase you, all at the same time shooting the Brad copter. It's actually a pretty cool little ending, but it ends with you actually just falling in a pile of garbage, which Smiley's not a fan of. Basically, just
Yeah.
it ends with him bitching about how shitty this entire first stage has been.
Yeah, it's very, very correct.
Yeah. But I
Very
mean, like,
Brad.
the stage itself from a gameplay and design perspective wasn't shitty. He's just being a fucking prima
Right.
donna about it.
Yeah,
For the most
the
part.
story behind it.
I mean,
is
there
shitty.
there are some legitimate
for him.
things that he was making fun of, like the fact that, like, I spend most of this episode beating up women. Not great for my image.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, and then it ends with him punching Star in the face multiple times because, they like each other. I don't know. They tolerate each other.
They love each other. It's a love-hate relationship.
But then that thing we talked about before with the stylistic combination of game and real life comes into play here. So as it fades out from this stage, it fades into a live-action cutscene where it shows how readers are actually reacting to the comic. For the most part,
Yeah.
with disdain
That was so good.
and utter shitty hatred.
Yeah.
Like, it goes from...
don't like this.
It goes from just like a kid throwing it on the ground and discarding it to a dude literally using a page to clean up his own shit.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna end up in the shit was gonna end up in the game, you know?
Oh, that would be
Oh,
so
that would
funny.
be
Yeah.
But yeah,
Start rating shit.
and then
They missed
that would
something
be
there.
so funny for the sequel. Comes out in
Yeah.
next year or something.
Upset.
The 10-year anniversary.
They're doing
No.
a sequel. you just fucking thanks, Brad.
Brad's fucking with you. But yeah, so I like this kind of. It doesn't seem too jarring because again, it's supposed to be about a comic book in real life, so it actually kind of transitions well enough into the real life counterpart where everybody's like, this comic book sucks. And then again, like you were talking about before, Adam, the developers kind of put themselves in the game by buying the creative rights to Captain Smiley and like taking it upon themselves to make it better.
That was a good insight on my part.
Yes, it was.
Well done.
Yeah.
The one good thing.
The one.
But oh my god, we've been talking about this game for so long,
Yes.
and I don't think there's much time to talk about anything else. So maybe we call it. Maybe we cut it here.
Yeah, next time we'll continue it. Perhaps.
Next time, more Brad songs.
Same Brad podcast, same Brad channel.
Yeah.
Same
Brad time,
all
same Brad
every
channel.
Brad.
Same Brad.
Brad. No, we're not going to end this with just us incoherently saying the word Brad. We can't.
Yeah, it takes a lot for not following my lead, man.
We haven't done the outro yet.
Yeah, let's do the outro. We can't move on till we do all the outro stuff.
That was good.
That's very
It was.
catchy.
All right,
You've been very catchy today.
so let's do the
Thank you,
outro
thank
stuff.
you.
Thanks to Joey's catchy little outro jingle there. So thank you guys again so much for listening. We really appreciate it. I'm genuinely surprised and sorry
you.
if you have been listening to us up to this point. If you want to reach out to us and tell us how good we've been doing, you can feel free to email us at itstheextreme@gmail.com. That's ITSTHEXSTREAM@gmail.com. That's ITSTHEXSTREAM@gmail.com. Feel free to tell us how great or terrible we're doing. I mean, they all come under consideration at some point in our lives.
But if you tell us we're terrible, we're going to ban you from the podcast.
Adam will find a way to do it.
I'm going to your phone and I'm going to delete it.
Every week.
Yeah. Unsubscribe.
Damn it, he keeps resubscribing. How do we stop this? Oh, no, wait.
Right.
Let's just keep pumping out episodes like this, and they'll definitely unsubscribe. Self-deprecating humor.
I hope your parents are still going to subscribe.